If you've spent any time in the gym, you'll know that sometimes the discomfort doesn't stop once you get home. With us this morning is our 2 News fitness expert, Wes Cole. He has some great tips on how to reduce those sore muscles, which happens a lot.
Well, you can't get totally rid of it, but I got some great techniques that'll help you manage it a little bit more.
Okay, the first one is know where muscle soreness is created.
Well, when it comes to weightlifting, especially when you're in the gym, we need to know where the exercise that's going to create the most soreness. So if we have to kind of take it easy in the gym, we kind of know what to look out for.
Okay.
Kyle, coming out here, a lot of people seem to think that it's the lifting phase of an exercise which is going to give you all your soreness, but it's actually the opposite. It's the lowering phase. The eccentric phase that's going to cause the most microtrauma to the muscle and the most inflammation. And I've seen a lot of people, they'll lift it and they'll lift so slow because they've been told to lift it that they're getting a little bit carried away. I like a moderate tempo. You go up and you go down control. Kyle's going down control, but he's not going down so slow that his muscles are just going to be aching. Yeah. This is a technique. It's called super slow, going up real slow and down slow. It's more of an advanced technique, but make no mistake about the slower you go down, the more sore you're going to be. So if you're on a fat loss cycle, thank you, Kyle, and you need to be active, you know, Monday through Friday, be real careful lowering the weights real slow because you're going to be hurting for a couple of days.
Okay, the next one is tip is ice heels.
Well, the thing about it is so many people, they want to soak their muscles. And there's nothing more soothing after a long run if your muscles are aching, but it's the ice that heals. The cryo-type therapy is what works. I did an intern with a strength and conditioning coach. He actually had his football players get in big tubs, have it like ice baths after, and you've seen this on TV before. It works. You don't have to go that extreme. I would never go that extreme. But it is food for thought. When you do have aching muscles, the heat will soothe, but the ice will heal. It's not going to be near as comfortable. It's not going to be near as pleasant. But make sure you do that. Have some ice packs ready or some frozen bags of corn. That's what I use sometimes.
Get those peas that nobody wants to eat out of the freezer.
That's right. But it does really work. It really cuts down that inflammation.
And sometimes I like a little bit of soreness because it makes you feel like you're doing something.
It does, absolutely. You want a little bit of soreness. It does let you know it works. But like I said, if you're on a fat loss cycle, and you don't want to be so sore where you can't even think about a gym for 2 days, so you want to manage it, so it will help you.
That's true. Okay, the third one is an active recovery.
I know it seems kind of counterproductive, but the worst thing that you can do when you're really sore is just to stay on the couch and watch TV. You got to get up and move because other than ice, what else heals? It's the blood flow. Just like you would an injury, you get swollen, you need to get the blood flow going. So I know a bodybuilding friend of mine that just does mind-boggling workouts, but 2 or 3 times a week you see him walking for 30 or 40 minutes on a treadmill at a very moderate pace because he says he's trying to promote the blood flow. He's not just trying to burn calories. That's why you see a lot of athletes do light exercises too. So no matter how sore your muscles are, I promise you, get up off the couch, do a brisk walk, nothing too hard, just enough to get your heart pumping, and I promise you, you'll feel a lot better.
That's good advice. It's hard to do sometimes.
It is.
I've been there.
It's hard to do, but I promise you it'll work.
All right. It's time now to answer a question from one of our viewers. This question comes from Teresa. She says, I've recently begun working out again after 3 years. I'm doing a ton of sit-ups and different crunches. I am constantly sore in my abs. It also seems that recently my clothes are getting tighter in my abdominal area. Can ab workouts actually make you gain inches in your midsection?
No, unfortunately, they really can't. High rep exercises, whether high rep push-ups, you're working so many of the smaller endurance type fibers. I've never really seen mass being created. But make no mistake about it, I tell people all the time that mass, whether it's muscle mass or fat mass, it takes calories to build that. I tell all the skinny kids if they want to get muscle, they have to eat more. And I tell people that wanting to lose weight, they have to reduce their calories more. So no matter what type of mass that you're creating in your body, it takes energy. So if you are gaining, if your clothes are getting a little bit tired, you need to focus on what you're doing in the kitchen because that probably has a lot to do with it. If you're wanting to lean down and slim down, you're adding inches, it probably has more to do with your diet. You're probably just taking in a little bit too many calories. And remember, like I tell everybody, the crunches on the floor, you might feel the burn and you might kind of sweat, but you're not burning very many calories. I mean, they're really not. It's better to get up and run, do circuit training. I tell people all the time that want to lean up, even if you want to get that six-pack, that getting a six-pack, it's a lot easier to do it on the treadmill. You're burning more calories because crunches, you're not going to burn very many of them. You really can't spot reduce. I know it might feel like it's working, like you're melting the fat because all that burning, but
not so much.
It's not working.
All right. Good advice, Wes. If you have a question that you'd like Wes to answer, just go to the weekend morning section of our website, kjrh.com, click on the Habitual Health link, or give Wes a call, 749-0960, or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan.